Hello there everyone and welcome back. We got ourselves a nice swelling amount of renown there in my last episode. Although two of my strike cruisers are kind of due for repair due to a little bit of unfortunate mishap they had of getting shot down at inconvenient times. But it's entirely possible I could get the Master of the Forge on this battle barge finally. Only damn problem is even after I invest the 1600 points into it, I still need to invest another 400 for that upgrade I'm going to unlock, and possibly another 400 because this is going to be really damn close to level 4 when that happens. So I'm kind of screwed either way, it sounds like. Oh well, not much choice in the matter. We're going to keep building up the renown, and hopefully when I do finally get those upgrades, this thing will be a lot more formidable. Because I am surprised how it has a positive win rate despite my best efforts. Hell, it seems like everyone's running away from it. We had the Chaos player who just conceded immediately. We had the Orcs that were intimidated by the lance fire it was taking for its light cruisers. Mind you, it was all frigates, so this thing would have been good at taking them down. Probably would have been overwhelmed, though, by the raw numbers. And then we had that Imperial Navy match, which was a miraculous victory, as far as I'm concerned for this thing. It sadly did not survive the battle to get its well-deserved experience. But if victory is still victory, it's a question if that'll continue on or not. And what do we have here? Eldar on breakthrough and I'm defending, so this will be interesting. This will be interesting indeed. I have a good idea how to deal with Eldar, at least with my vanguards. Is that really the route I want to go, though? In all seriousness? Well, I kind of have no choice, do I? Because with the pulsars, these strike cruisers are very vulnerable without some way to force pressure on them, which is where these mobile ships come in. And I think I may have already played this guy before recently, so I know he has Auroras at the very least. He had like maybe 2 Auroras that he fielded. That was a warm-up match, more or less, though, I think. I didn't play him with this fleet, so he didn't really have the point advantage since I was only like Admiral level 2 on that one. So I should be okay, because I don't think he has Solarises. I just gotta punish him whenever he tries to get close to these beacons. Thankfully, with my mobility, I should be able to do just that really easily. It's just his hit and run tactics are going to be a little bit tricky. If I'm not already near this gas cloud, he can easily just fade out. Just gotta be careful of giving him any free shots. I don't think well, he's gonna have a massive amount of bonus points, so he could have the potential to kill my frigates insanely quickly with concentrated fire, so I need to be ready and willing to use my brace for impact on my frigates. Ooh, and this is the one that has the beacon, so this may not be terrible. I should not blow it on using it to reveal them, though. I should stick it onto one of them when I do engage. The question is how do I want to gauge? Do I want to go super aggressive or not? That's the one thing I'm curious about. Because I do have extended sensors, actually. So, lock on. Stick to that. You are already screwed, buddy. Things are looking good. Now let's hit this thing hard, hit it fast. So, I was lucky enough to get the cruiser right away, but with its star cannons, I don't think it's the biggest threat. It's the pulsars that could catch me off guard if I'm not careful. Especially since he's focusing on these torpedoes. And supercharged void shield's not going to do much on its own. Actually, let me ram him. That's not a terrible idea, actually. Just gotta be careful with these star cannons. Because he did just heavily damage this thing. So, this thing's still beaconed. He did use his brace for impact, so I got that going for me. I just don't want to give him all this free damage. Can I ram it? I just want to ram it. Why can't I just ram you? I thought we had this kind of physical relationship going on, Eldar. And deck destroyed, so that cannot silent run or brace for impact. I will happily take that. And I'm just going to keep you there for more ramming potential. Because both the beacons are still up. I'm going to murder him horribly. He lost torpedoes on one. Just got to be careful. That cruiser still could do damage. It's going to kill that one beacon without a doubt. But these ones are really damn close to just getting out as soon as he kills the second one. So I want to make sure he does not have that opportunity. If I can help it. And let's see, reload, because sadly my my Vanguard is not able to do a whole lot, so gotta watch that thing like a hawk. And actually, let's just fire some bombardment. Well, I was gonna say fire torpedoes at this thing, but it refuses to let me hit it. Oh my. I don't know if there's such a hard counter, for crying out loud, because if I were to take strike cruisers, I seriously feel like I'd be in a world of trouble. And he has such a point advantage too, which would make that even more ridiculous. I'm just waiting to see when the star cannons start firing. Torpedoes might hurt. Okay, I got the repairs going, but sadly a fire is breaking out. So, we have one job left, and that's to kill this dang cruiser. It's going to be slow. I just got to intercept it and kill it hard. And all of his engines look like it's crippled. It's hard to see visually. I figured... Oh, they're temporary damage, that's why. So all three of them are crippled. He's going in a measly... Okay, I was going to say a measly 130. But now we have to intercept and kill this thing now. This could still be a horrible loss despite his complaining. I did do permanent damage to one of them there, so he's now going slower than my actual frigates. Or all my ships, really. So, focus on the engines. Make this thing a sitting duck. He's still going to get a majority of his hollow field active, so... Okay, he's running. He did a smart choice. Although, I'm going to be forced to have to kill him anyway once the boarding, his warp out fails. Oh my. Do I just murder him now? I probably have little choice. I hate this ranting. I already gave my damn reasons. If I took anything bigger that gives me so many less ships, we both know this would have been a stomp with his pulsars. Thankfully, he didn't have a cruiser for additional pulsars, so that would emphasize my point a little bit more. Just a little bit. Because I don't think the star cannons are really a threat. I'm waiting for him to warp out. He's still not doing it, so... Fine. Fine, be that way. Until I see the warp out. Oh my. I just like to complain a little bit. Sure, the frigates are difficult. Because after all, you have to manually aim such small ships. But seriously, I was on the receiving end of it with Tau especially. Because their size, how wide they are, makes them so easy to get hit by. Only thing Tau have going for them is the longer range, to probably be able to chip them down at a safer distance. At least constantly harass them, since they wouldn't have the mobility otherwise, but I hate this complaining. Because if I were to go with strike cruisers, I would have only 2 strike cruisers with boarding torpedoes that could do nothing, more than likely would do nothing, with good control. And I wouldn't even have any Stormhawks. Not that... Actually, I would have Stormhawks. I was thinking Thunderhawks to have a more reliable way to get in close. Since you can just juke and dodge the torpedoes very easily. Maybe not kill them completely, but still greatly diminish their damage potential. And I don't need to tell you about how unreliable a bombardment can is going to be at trying to hit, even at long range. Because that's what, 40% chance? Cut in half further. So yeah. Not very excited for that. It's things like that that make me want to try and get into Eldar, all just so I can prove those people wrong. That's the dream anyway. Whether that turns out to be the case remains to be seen, but I want to at least give it a try. A real try, because just like how I want to keep fighting Chaos, so I can try and figure them out. I feel like I'm gaining some ground there, but if I can't stick a beacon on them, that's going to be really difficult for me. Because of, what is it, a single siege can kind of mask his entire fleet, even with a well-placed beacon to initially reveal him. And I think 4 strike cruisers or even battle barge with strike cruisers has enough firepower to quickly get through the shields before he silent runs at worst case, so there is potential there. It's just relying on the accuracy to hit at such a range. Well, knowing my luck, I might fight the same guy again, so we will see what happens. Alright, so it's not a rematch, thankfully, although it's still a breakthrough. One that could maybe favor me? We will see. It is a mirror match though, so this will be a little bit awkward. Because I have no idea if he's getting bonus points, considering lower admiral levels can get this, so I have little idea what I'm facing, and I don't have my 4th strike cruiser. And I don't want to rely on the Vanguards because it's so easy for him to use Thunderhawks or even Stormhawks if he has them to shoot down my boring torpedoes, so I'm going to have to try and commit to this. And I don't have my Chapter Master either, so I'm at a massive disadvantage here, I think, as far as firepower. I do have the beacons at least. It's just a matter of will my positioning be good enough. Because again, I don't know what exactly admiral level he is, so he could be a lot lower level than me, which will help even things out. Never mind the fact he would have 90 bonus points, I think, as a result. So this battle barge could very easily be a liability, though. If I lose, it's probably because this battle barge got run down, so I couldn't evade as effectively as I like. So I'm going to be open-minded about warping out to preserve these ships, especially the battle barge. Now, where would I like to field? If I'm going to try and harass and keep my distance, having the option to go to this gas cloud would be useful. But he may predict that, so we're going to avoid that for the time being, but have the option to turn into it if needed. I don't feel comfortable about this. But I do have the beacons, at least to reveal relatively well, and I seriously doubt he would use a solid run, but he sure as hell would use those gas clouds if he's in the proper place for it. Now, let's just get my beacons ready, so depending on where he deploys, I'll shoot one of these two. I just don't want to autocast, because that has a tendency of going after a wrong ship. Let's see, 5 ships, so 4 strike cruisers seems very likely, and then a frigate. It seems likely. And so long as I can hit those beacons, that's not a problem. With such overwhelming torpedo fire, maybe I can get away with just shooting them down. Just gotta be careful. Let's just see. Torpedoes are definitely gonna hit. It's just a question of how many. Because apparently it just barely survived. Well, you got lucky. I'm gonna have to leave that open for another time. And hopefully torpedoes don't hit me. Okay, we're good. Strike cruiser was conveniently going a different direction. But seriously, is that repairing? I saw hull breach and heavily damaged, and I figured it could not be repaired. Clearly, I am wrong in that endeavor. But these torpedoes should definitely hit that one. Should definitely hit him. I don't know if the Stormhawks are... Yeah, they're able to shoot, but only the one in the back. Okay, strike cruiser, you hang here. Get ready for another torpedo run. Just leaving options open. And that was bad shot, was it? Yeah. Oh well. That's the plasma bomb's kind of pointless. I'm gonna recharge that shield easily enough. I just don't want to lose on the strike cruiser if I can help it. And did he seriously sight run? How cute. How adorable. You just wasted your orders. Now, if I can keep getting free shots in... Ooh, and it was a Vanguard, so he's got 2 Vanguards, 3 strike cruisers then. This is not going to be pretty for him. This is not going to be pretty. I am sorry, fella. You are about to die a horrible, miserable death. I just got to be ready for the next wave of fire. And is it possible to mutiny? Only 30%. Not worth it. I think it's going to be 30% all around. But let's keep hitting. Watch for torpedoes, right? Note their bombardment cannons, actually. Oh, and he actually has 3 Vanguards. This is interesting. And he made his focus clear. Belt armor's down. He has 4 Vanguards. This works well for me. The firepower isn't really notable, but he is ignoring the battle barge. That's what I'm getting out of this. So, focus down these Vanguards here. Try and make them the priority and kill them immediately. Because I did lock on, so I don't exactly have a brace for impact for this. So that one's easily gone. I thankfully don't have to worry about torpedoes at all, so this is good for me. I just need to get my own torpedoes off. Just like that. I really don't feel like I have to do much aside for keep this one strike cruiser alive. It's taking a notable amount of damage, but as long as I avoid the prow, that's not an issue either. Fire boring torpedoes, because I don't think that's going to reliably hit. I take that back. I regret not having the regular torpedoes, but Strike Cruiser 1 is getting out. He made it clear he's going after this. Can I micro warp jump? No, generator's gone. He got the best shot he needed there. This is probably going to die, sadly, because I do have my prow facing him. And generator's gone, so it's probably a bad idea trying to warp out. So he's going for the killing below strategy here. He's ignoring the battle barge and going to try and kill these other 2. Not a terrible strategy, but maybe I could have done that better by not having my strike cruiser go into his prow. That was a bit of an oversight. But now, you have to face the might of a battle barge. Come on, try me. Hit me. Hit me. I don't think he wants to hit me. I don't think he wants to do it, folks. He's chickening out. Gotta be careful, these torpedoes could very easily hit me. Can I mutiny? I did get the mutiny, that was critical. Because that did a crap ton of damage in a hurry. Oh, he got the memo, he got the hint, he's bailing. At least this Vanguard's smarter than his compatriots. What chapter is he, anyway? Is it... It looks like Blood Angels. Hard to tell because of all the engine thruster lights. But I think that's Blood Angel. So I had to kill my battle brothers and show them the error of their ways. It must have been a scout squad commanding that fleet. That would be the only rationale how they got stomped so horribly. Although, he had kind of the right idea, I guess. Try to win by killing both my strike cruisers. If I'd done a little bit better at protecting it behind the battle barge, maybe I could have done better. And of course, just locking on immediately probably hindered me some too, because that brace for impact could have been really handy. If I knew what he was going to focus on, that is. That would be a trick. But that was a solved victory. Lost my strike cruiser, which could have used its... Let's see, no, it was already level 7. It's a level 6 that I could have fielded. But we got our first level 8 enlisted strike cruiser. And I don't think I ever mentioned it, but because that was in the video I canned, but I did recondition this ship to max out Mephiston, which is where I'm getting those good insubordination chance or mutiny chances with his Fear of Darkness. So, this begs the ultimate question. Do I enhance Cogitator for a more effective lock-on brace for impact? I feel like I should, because it minimizes the downtime tremendously if he does focus on a single ship and has the mobility to negate any attempts of me blocking it with like my battle barge or another ship. And of course, there's better damage potential for said lock-on, especially when I have my Chapter Master in play, which thankfully is now repaired. But looks like it's still going to be a while until I can get the rest of my strike cruisers to level 8 to benefit from that upgrade. But aside from that, everything else is up pretty good. We are inching ever so closer to the Master of the Forge. I just need to field this thing now. Find a good situation when I could field it. Because considering how aggressive he was in that match, I don't think the Mark II would have been useful there. His bombardment cannons clearly were superior in that situation because of the constant fire, whereas Lances, I would kind of have to get a lot of free damage before he engages me. And despite the fact that he got to deploy in the middle of the map, kind of made that a little more difficult strategy to kind of implement either, because I wouldn't have had the best position. Unless I kept it back in the gas cloud, maybe that could have been useful. Kept it in the gas cloud and let the vanguards or strike cruisers poke up and just get vision. Although, he clearly isn't against a silent run attempt, so that probably would have been short-lived if I were to do that. Oh well, we're doing good so far there. I am happy to say the battle barge is going to get level 6 relatively well if I can keep fielding it. It's just a matter of getting the most out of it. Now, 700 points, max level. We're fighting a fella named Durf. So I'm really tempted to go with the Mark II again. The fear is a bunch of Nova cans to make things really awkward for me. I do have beacons to help, and if he does have Mars and Nova cans, at least I have a couple of strike cruisers, or was it Stormhawk squadrons to help shoot them down. But I think I'm going to be more trying to dodge the torpedoes. I don't think lightning is going to strike twice here. I was uncomfortable with the last match, but that was mainly because I had no way to know if he was a level 10 or not, let alone the fact he would field a bunch of vanguards. But it worked out well for me there. I just didn't take the prow bombardment cans as seriously as I could have when I tried running away. Should have stayed to the broadside, which would have been smarter. Hell, get up in his face so that way he couldn't turn his said prow to me, since he was making it easy for me to hit him regardless with my own bombardment cans. Now, the best thing I probably want to do is maybe hide behind this asteroid field, assuming he is more close range variant. But I still gotta account for that damn Nova can spam. The Nova can, my battle barge at least can weather that pretty well outside of direct hits. It just lacks said mobility to effectively dodge said center Nova can shot. Okay, this may not be too terrible. It's definitely not a battleship at least, so that's all I really know from that. Now the question becomes, how do I engage? How many, if he were to go like 4 Nova cans, how many points would that take him? That would almost use up his entire points 600 points at least, so he actually could get 2 frigates if you want to go 4 Novacan ships. I'm just not seeing any fighters though, so maybe I'm okay. But this arc of fire kind of suggests I use torpedoes. Just a little bit. At least to spread them out some. So, what does this strike me as? 4 Dauntlesses, which would make me wonder where the hell the other points are coming from. Maybe he's got some swords to go with said Dauntlesses, because I don't think he has enough points for 4 Dauntlesses and then 2 cruisers. I wouldn't think so anyway. He'd be a little bit short on that, since he would be easily around 450, I think, or 425 with Dauntlesses. I can keep firing. I don't know if I'm hitting anything, but I'm going to hit the 1 cruiser and back, though. And I do have a beacon to spot. Just 100 points, that's all I want. So he does have 2 Novacans. So these are Dominators without a doubt. Without a doubt these are Dominators of some sort. They have to be, because I didn't see any fighters. I didn't see anything like that. Now I'm out of range, sadly, but let's kill these fighters. Let's kill the weaponry on these things. Let him get super aggressive, and he does have 1... Oh no, that's not torpedoes. Never mind. I don't care about the stasis bomb, because I have my own lances. I just gotta be ready to follow this up. Because do I really care about his torpedoes? Not so much. Let's see, there's some good hits there. He turned his attention to the vanguards, that's okay. Now board. Sadly, this is not the chapter master as much as I would like it to. I did not plan this out the best, but brace terrain packs in play. Oh, and I silent run. That was not what I wanted. I just want to use my damn other ability. And he's got what is it, Imperial Navy favor on that. Come on, stop rebelling on me. I don't need you rebelling. Well, this is cute. I'm sorry, folks. I am sorry for that sudden disappointment. I was genuinely afraid of how that match was going to go with all those lances. Even though I was about to take out one of his Dauntlesses there. You think? He could have chipped down my vanguards and then this battle barge would have been unsupported. What a letdown. What a damn letdown. On the plus side though, all the ships get their experience. I get that fine. I'm happy with that, if nothing else. It's just not how I would have liked to win a match. Not in the slightest bit there. But now I need, what, 3 more matches to get this battle barge to level 4? And we are just 100 renown away for the Master of the Forge, so we are making good progress on the renown front at least, despite the letdown. If he had stayed in the fight and let me kill all the ships, then I would have had the renown, but as it stands now, I was denied that. I was robbed of it. But a win's still a win, I guess. Despite the complaining, despite the mismatch, I guess, with the Space Marine mirror, and him just running away from me. Win's still a win, and right now, that's what I need for these 2 battle barges, which still need their experience.